When it comes to hard work, most people usually say, if I have to, I'll do it. But are you doing it right now? This is the same mindset of, if I have to eat spam, I will eat it. But I really don't like eating it. I don't know. I have issues with that. Because if you don't do it right now, when the times are good, and the times are good right now, trust me, as bad as it is, the times are really good. But if you don't do it right now, then you can go back to your AC, then you can go back to your couch, to your snacks, your cold drinks. What makes you think that doing an SHTF, or where there's no power, when everybody's cranky, when there's no food, when the whole entire family is looking at you, that you have now to do it, not because you want to, because you have to do it, you will actually do it? I don't know. We have talked about this in the past in this channel. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. Don't procrastinate. Practice what you preach. And I have to tell you that I posted that video yesterday about the deck. You know, I'm building a deck with my own two hands. And I showed other people, and the comment was made, I wouldn't do it myself. I would have hired somebody to do it. And I said, why? Well, why not? It's like, again, why? I'm capable of doing it. I enjoy doing it. Mrs. D and Laz were outside with me, helping me. This is a family affair. We've got to build something together. Obviously, Laz needed to go inside to take more rest than us because he's still little. But he was there learning. He was there cutting as Mrs. D was. And, you know, I got a little spicy with this person, because essentially I was like, why will you pay to do everything when you are capable of doing it? Well, because time is money. And I said, yes, time is money, but so is education. If you don't pass on to the next generation your knowledge, you are a failure as a parent. Do you want me to be a failure as you are? Those people who come around you and say, just pay somebody to do it. No, you do it. Because if you need to do it tomorrow when things get really bad, you know how to do it. And guess what? When your kids grow up, whether they're girls or boys, they know what it takes to do it. They will know how to build something, and they will know how to provide for themselves. Because if you give a man a fish today, he will eat for one day. But if you teach them how to fish, they will eat for a lifetime. Here's the thing, everybody. Here's the thing, and this is why I get really aggravated when I hear this type of things. Work creates character. Flat out, plain and simple. The more you work, the harder of a man you are. It goes for a woman too. The more that you are in your house doing absolutely nothing, the weaker you become. That's just plain and simple. Now, if you're outside working with your hands, gardening, doing all those kind of good things that we all preach about it, that we all like, yeah, we got to do all of this because, you know, if an SHTF happened tomorrow, we got to live off the land again. And yet, people are not doing it. And that's where the problem comes. When folks are not doing it, well, guess what? If things go really bad, what makes you think you're going to do it then? By that time, you are more out of shape than what you are today. By that time, you're probably going to be sicker than what you are today, because the older we get, the sicker we get. That's just plain reality. That's life. And guess what? If the time ever comes that you really have to get through the grind and you're not used to it, I feel really bad for your family. Because not only you're going to suffer, but your attitude towards everybody around you is going to be so crappy that you're pretty much going to look at everybody with hate in your eyes. Now, you can ignore them if you want, but this is the sad truth. This is the truth, plain and simple. This is no me sugarcoating anything. That person who told me just pay for it, that person will not last a single week without electricity, running water, or all the amenities. Won't last. Now, you can always say that I'm harsh, but you don't come here for me to give you a sugar cookie. You come here to hear the truth. Because you can go watch cat videos otherwise and, be entertained. But here, you're going to get the truth. And the truth is ugly. But guess what? The truth will set you free. That right there is also a fact. So when people say to you, I would do it if it ever comes to it, that's baloney. I will eat it if it ever comes to it, that's baloney. If you don't do it now, you won't do it then. Mrs. D always tells me, why don't you wear gloves? And I'm like, because if I don't have calluses in my hand, now that I can get cream and put it in my hand because they are so beat up, and they are cut. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but they are cut everywhere and peeling everywhere. Because right now I have the ability of taking care of my hands. But doing an SHTF, I won't. So if my hands are not strong enough right now, or full of calluses enough right now, then I'm going to suffer later on. And guess what? My hands used to be rougher than what they are today. My hands are baby-like right now. God almighty, you should have seen my hands when I first came from Cuba and when I was in Cuba. They were rough. Really rough. Right now, they're like tame. So I want to bring that to your attention, everybody. Don't let nobody tell you that you need to pay to do a job. If you are capable of doing that job, go for it. You may struggle. You may not struggle, but you're going to learn a lot from it. If you can involve your family to do that with you, hey, that's a win-win situation. Now, not all jobs are going to be easy. And those jobs that are not easy actually will teach you the most, believe it or not. And guess what? If you're not used to eating something, and if you train yourself today to eat that something, tomorrow, you're not going to be as uncomfortable when an SHTF actually does happen. So, just want to bring that to your attention. Forget those people who tell you can't do it. You can do anything in life. Don't let those people put you down. And ignore those who actually say to you, I would do it if it comes to it. Because quite frankly, it will never happen. They will never do it. And that is all blah, blah, blah. So with that being said, I hope you'll have a great one. Like always, rock on. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.